If you've been waiting for the right moment, the right person, the right shift in the world to validate your purpose, let me tell you something that will change the way you move from this day forward. Nobody is coming to save you. And that's not a punishment. That's not a curse. That is your power. See, they raised you on illusions, movies, stories, religion, all planting the same seed. That somewhere out there, someone is watching over you. That one day when you're ready, a God will appear. That maybe, just maybe, salvation is external. But salvation is not coming. Not in the way they told you. Not from the sky. Not from the system. Not from the world. Because salvation was coded into you the moment your soul dropped into flesh. You weren't meant to be rescued. You were meant to remember. You are the storm you've been bracing for. You are the sword you keep looking for in others. You are the God you wish someone would become. But you couldn't realize that until you were stripped of every distraction, every false savior, every illusion of safety. That stripping, that isolation, that chaos, it wasn't a mistake. It was an invitation to meet yourself at the core. And now you're standing there. No backup, no lifelines, just you, your breath, and a quiet fire that refuses to go out. This is the moment. Not when someone shows up for you, but when you show up for yourself, like your life depends on it. Because it does. The second you realize nobody's coming, you stop bargaining. You stop waiting for permission. You stop postponing your rise. You stop thinking that a relationship will fix it, that a coach will fix it, that a platform will fix it. No, the throne is empty because it's yours to sit on. And here's the thing they don't want you to know. When you stop waiting to be saved, you become unshakable. You become unpredictable. You become sovereign. You become a problem to every system designed to keep you asleep. Because a person who no longer waits is a person who builds. And a person who builds is a threat to every lie built on dependency. So no, nobody is coming to save you. Not because you're unworthy, not because you've failed, but because you're too powerful to outsource your becoming. You were never meant to be handed the keys. You were meant to forge them in fire, to carve them with tears, silence, and shadow work and sacred passion, to rise out of the dirt carrying the blueprint you came here with, the one they tried to make you forget. You are not broken. You are not lost. You are not behind. You are a timeline shifter, a reality bender, a divine force with memory loss, finally waking up. And now that you know, you move different. You stop crying for rescue and start speaking with authority. You stop asking for signs and start becoming the signal. You stop shrinking for love and start walking like the one who never needed to beg. Because guess what? You are the one. You are the miracle. You are the turning point in your bloodline. You are the glitch in the program. You are the answer they tried to bury. So remember this. When the days get heavy, when you feel alone, when you wonder why no one showed up to carry you through, it's because the path you're on isn't built for followers. It's built for forgers. For those who walk through fire and keep their eyes on the vision. For those who remember who they are before the world told them otherwise. This isn't your downfall. This is your emergence. And the moment you stop waiting, you stop bleeding time. You reclaim every ounce of energy you've been leaking into fantasies of rescue. You call back every part of yourself you gave away in the name of safety. You stop whispering your truth and start roaring your presence. You rise, not with fanfare, not with applause, but with quiet, grounded power. Because you finally know nobody is coming to save you. And that's not your burden. That's your superpower. Nobody's coming to tell you you're chosen. Nobody's coming to validate your voice, to say, yes, you're good enough now. Go. Nobody's coming to lift you out of your struggle and hand you the life you know is meant for you. That role, it was always yours. You were built for this. Built to rise without applause. Built to lead without a crowd. Built to walk through shadow without being swallowed by it. You're the one who breaks the loop. You're the one who stops the trauma from getting passed down. You're the one who looks in the mirror and says, I don't need saving. I need remembering. So listen carefully. The pain that broke you, the silence that isolated you, the patterns that exhausted you, they were never evidence of failure. They were your soul refusing to settle, refusing to stay asleep, refusing to be saved when you were born to lead. Nobody is coming to save you. But once you know that deep in your bones, you stop looking for exits and start building empires. You stop scrolling for answers and start moving like a solution. You stop shrinking to be chosen and start expanding like someone who's already chosen themselves. You stop faking humility and start walking in embodied truth. This world doesn't need more survivors. It needs creators. It needs seers. It needs builders of the new world. People like you who stopped looking for a lifeline and became one. So remember, no one is coming to save you. And that's not something to mourn. That's the moment you become limitless. Because when you stop waiting, you rise. And when you rise, everything around you adjusts. It's worth noting that these ideas of self-realization speak to personal responsibility and self-discovery. Salvation, whether from suffering, confusion, or stagnation, usually doesn't come from external rescue. It comes from waking up to who and what you truly are. Teachers, books, or AI can point, but the realization has to be lived and known from within. Otherwise, it's just motivational fluff that fades. So, are these ideas true? It depends on the level of consciousness you're seeing it from. From the ego, it's inspiring but abstract. From the intellect, it's philosophical and easily doubted. From direct experience, through meditation, awakening, suffering, surrender, it's obvious and yet difficult to explain. These statements are like seeds. They need to be experienced, not just heard for their meaning to bloom. That's why repetition or external inspiration doesn't last unless it's integrated. These aren't facts to memorize, they're truths to realize. Much love.